If somebody asked me what the perfect library should include, there'd be a couple things that I'd probably say. One of them would include a library that has rows and rows of books that have various different titles for each of the genres, and they would include books all the way from baby through adult and range a lot.
Another thing a library needs is intimate meeting rooms for groups of all ages to work together and not feel like they're bothering the rest of the library, and they have table space to spread out all the things that they need so they can see everything at once.
It's wonderful to have plenty of space in the library. For example, when I have students work on projects, they are able to spread out all their paperwork and any other documentation that they may have to find their information for their research project.
Another thing the perfect library would have is a bird's eye view of the whole library. Notice how the books are along the outside, making it easier for students to find what they need and how they're organized by level as well. Nice for the librarian is it's all a bird's eye view. So if a student needs help and raises their hand, the librarian can more easily help them. They also can spread out because there's so much room for different groups to meet in different areas. Another thing the library needs is big windows, so a lot of natural sunlight can come in and just create that warm feeling you get when you sit by a window and read a book. Nowadays, schools are built like jails because they house so many students. So students should be able to come to the library and get that natural sunlight that they may not be getting from their other classrooms. Ultimately, a library is a place of learning, whether that be manipulatives for little kids and letter blocks, or it be maker spaces where students learn about electricity or community members come in to have intimate group meetings. So in my mind, a perfect library includes rows and rows of books with several selections from each of the genres. It includes meeting places for groups to meet without bothering others in the library. It also involves a library that's laid out so the librarian has a bird's eye view so she can see everything that's going on and do the best of her abilities. It also needs sunlight, that natural sunlight that pours in that makes all of us feel so good. And lastly, it's a learning environment. It needs to have manipulatives for students to come in and use their hands, not just for books. It's learning of all different types.